happy to announce Catlin's renewal of their partnership with the BFA in conjunction with our National Academy. And this year, you recall last year, through Catlin's sponsorship, we were able to outfit the academy completely with tracksuits, training gear, and bags. And this year, while continuing the clothing part of the agreement, we've also been able to add a few new initiatives, which I'm certainly very excited about. I'm just going to kind of briefly overview them, and then I'll let Richard kind of take them into detail. But this year we've added the Goalkeeping Academy, which is open to all goalkeepers throughout the island, as well as we've added age-specific mini camps, which sort of compensates for moving the academy into one day a week training sessions. So we are making sure we have the same amount of touch time by having our mini camps, and as well as week-long camps as well. And our first week-long camp is next week. I'm very excited about this. We have coaches coming in, coaches on island, and at least one coach coming in from Valencia Football Club to help us out with this camp next week. And then we have another camp in February, where we will have visiting coaches as well.
As Mark stated, again, we're very pleased with Catlin renewing the sponsorship, but also expanding the scope of what that's able to provide for us for the National Academy. As recalled that we had talked about in the restructure, movement of the practices from twice weekly to once weekly, but we wanted to compensate that with the addition of weekend mini camps, which are currently we've conducted one and one to come this weekend, and then the week-long school break camps. So we've partnered with ABC Football in conjunction to help provide the resources from Valencia's football club in Spain. They have two on-island coaches who are here. They will be a resource for us, and there will be additional coaches who will be coming to the island to help support the camp, which will be offered to all National Academy players throughout the period of next week. The theme of the camp is how we play. So what we have done is collaborated with the Valencia coaches to make sure that the instruction is geared towards the curriculum of the National Academy. And we want to use the week to basically introduce to the players our game style, how we're looking for our national teams to be able to play. So it's an initial start for us. The benefit and the plus side is that if we had to do this over our weekly training, it's going to take a significantly longer period of time, but having the players consecutively for 5 days over the week period will allow us to get further down the road in a much shorter time. So that is the focus and the theme. Catlin have agreed to support us in that initiative. We have forecasted for a second school break camp that will occur in February, and that will be more positional specific. And what we will look to do is to bring coaches onto the island again to assist us within positions, goalkeepers, defenders, our midfield play, and play in the attacking third. And then that will help for how does each position fit into our overall game style. So it's really education orientated with the players, and really trying to get them to understand what is the mindset, what is the style, and what we're looking to be able to play. And there's also great support for our coaches. So it's coaching education and development that's occurring at the same time. So we're really pleased and really excited to announce the schedule for next week.
All the coaches within the national program, including Andrew and Dennis, involved in this week's
on an ideal situation, we would like for all coaches to be available. But as you will know, none of the coaches in the National Academy are full-time. So those who are able to get some time off from work will be there. Some have independently scheduled some of their vacation period and time to be able to be there and assist. But we will have National Academy coaches present throughout the entire course.
Well, the reason I asked that is because you said you wanted us to, or you wanted the academy to play national style football.
Mm-hmm.
So are we working from bottom up or top bottom?
We're working across the board from the bottom up. Obviously, the things that we do on the bottom end in terms of introducing will be very similar to what's happening on the top end, but at the top side would be a little bit more execution. So more teaching and development on the bottom side, more actual execution within game style on the top side. Where will we see the evidence of the game style developed? You'll probably see that more from the bottom side, given a period of time over the next course 2 to 3 years. So we've just recently concluded the intake of our 2001s. 45 players we've now taken into the National Academy program on the boys side. We're getting set to announce tryouts for the 2000 girls. So we will then start our intake process on the girls side. So while heavy focus and emphasis for me personally is with the bottom groups, we can't forget what's happening on the top side. So what we look to do is see what's been established, see what's in place, how can we add to it. But I'm excited to see where the 2001 intake group is within 3 years. I think that it takes a period of time in order for you to judge development and in order to develop a generation of footballers. And I think that's evident if you look at any of the top countries in the world. Look at the Spanish national team. Those players didn't just arrive there over the course of the last 2 years. There was some systematic development that was occurring to allow them to reach to this point. So that's what we're trying to do, is to look ahead. The curriculum, the game style will be constantly evaluated, constantly evolving. But at least we're trying to establish a common and core curriculum for the academy program.